grandparents and they are over 80 years, but they are still fine. There are so many elderly in Japan. So, as you know, Japan is the world's fastest aging society, now called Super Aging Society. Our population aging rate is 26.7% in 2060. Amazingly, it means that 1 of 4 is elderly in Japan. Accordingly, as the aging progress, number of people who need care is increasing. Because of, for example, dementia and any other health problems. Please look this graph. It shows number of insured persons of long-term care. The number is increasing year by year. In 2013, 55.7 million people used long-term care insurance. The long-term care of the elderly is one of the most common topic often covered by diverse media. We are going to discuss about the issues that arising associating with the aging society, physical restraints.
What is physical restraint? It's one of the elderly physical abuse. For example, beds and belts and gloves, wheelchair belt, they are used for restraining the elderly. Japanese law regulates the physical restraints. The criteria of workforce facilities and administration of designated in-home service, etc., provides the allegation that provided short-term admission for daily lifelong term care must not do physical restraints or any other procedures. Another act on the prevention of elder abuse, support for caregivers of elderly persons and other related matters, specify the term elderly abuse by a caregiver as used in this act means an act that falls under any of the following items, that is, inflicting assault upon elderly person that will cause or is likely to cause eternal harm to his or her body. Like this, physical abuse is banned in the Japanese law. So actually, the physical restraints have been reduced in Japan. A survey shows the increased incidence of physical restraints has decreased in 2005, 5.2% to in 2011, 2.3%. So the restraints decreased in total. But in hospital settings, in 2005, 9.9% to 12% in 2011. So increase in hospitals. And so, is there a rationale for performing physical restraints? Another study shows the rate of fracture and severe trauma was similar in hospital between the hospital doing no restraints and the hospital occasionally doing restraints. So restraints may not prevent severe accidents. We have made interviews to 4 individuals who work in healthcare settings to clarify the problem. First interviewee is a female caregiver who work in care house. She says a newspaper in Japan reported the use of fixation belt to wheelchair and called it was restraint. So physical restraints were recognized as ethical problem in 1990s. She previously believed restraint was necessary to ensure safety of the patients, but caregivers' mind and attitude has changed. Second, caregivers say restraint should not be done. Even locking a room from outside is banned by the law. And whenever having consent from the users, they have to make any other effort to ensure the safety of the users. Other two interviewees are nurses who work in hospital. First nurse says sometimes they do the physical restraint for patients to continue their treatment. And they should try to reduce the physical restraints, but it is required. Other nurses recognize that it is not comfortable for patients, and they may not understand why undergoing physical restraints. So, but she said they don't have enough time for covering each patient, especially in night. In summary, all interviewees agrees to reduce physical restraints, but there are some difference in their opinions. Caregivers in long-term care settings think restraints should not be performed and replaced to alternative approaches. But practitioners in hospital think the restraint is required, although it should be reduced. So this difference between care facilities and hospital in criteria which permit physical restraints should be needs a discussion to clarify the problem.
So, from our interview, we found out the difference between care facilities and hospital in criteria which permit physical restraint. What do you think about this difference?
Okay, so the physical restraints in the nursing care and physical restraints in the hospitals, right? So as you have mentioned to me right now, the professionals who work in the hospitals, they think that the physical restraints will still be necessary because they need to protect the patients. So I think it depends on the cases. So for the elderly who admitted to the hospitals, maybe their cases will be severe more than the elderly at the nurse care or home care. So for example, if the elderly who are quite aggressive or anticipated in the care, so probably they need the physical restraints. So I think it depends on the cases.
Yes, I agree your opinion. So, as Mason said, it really depends on cases, but I was surprised to know that there are only a few cases of physical restraint in care house. If so, it might be possible to do restraint-free care also in hospital. I felt there are so big motivative difference between hospital or care houses. So, in my opinion, we have to share caregivers' mind to another caregivers, like hospital nurses or family caregivers.
The rate of physical restraint has decreased by application of the law and regulations, but this approach cannot achieve the restaurant-free care. So we should do another approach to achieve the goal. So we should consider the our society was getting has been getting will be getting more aging and getting old. So we should do, for example, research and developing devices to reduce the patient's pain and to produce a situation that do not need restaurants to achieve the restaurant-free care.